Hello everybody, welcome back to Robot Tech. My name is Beskarsnake007 and today we have a new person on this podcast. Do you care to introduce yourself to, you guys know him, it's maybe the same person, I don't know, could be a clone, but maybe say your new name now, sir.
My name is Scouter716. So
you're the bad robot. You're the bad clone or something.
No, what Scouter is referring to is I did recently change my online persona name from Smokinace007. Who, if you've watched any of the other podcasts that we have done together, that was my old title and everything. But no, I've switched over to beskarsnake. It stemmed from a game that I'm going to talk about for just a little bit because I'm disappointed in myself for playing it. But it prompted a small discussion of username, and thanks to the Burly Pirate online, he made some suggestions, and I really enjoyed beskarsnake because, for those who don't know, Beskar is the steel that is used by the Mandalorians in the Star Wars universe. One of, if not the strongest materials, in the universe and everything for them. They use for their armor. And then Snake is in reference to Metal Gear Solid. Just kind of mashing those up following the moniker of Metal Gear Solid and everything. And so, just kind of a new thing, trying out, giving it a shot, giving it a go, see how it works.
So,
who knows?
So why the change? What? Just didn't want Smokinace anymore?
No, really, it just kind of boiled down to, so kicking a little bit off on games that we've played, there was a game that was released recently, Final Fantasy, I don't even remember what the actual name of it is, First Soldier or something, which I don't, Final Fantasy VII First Soldier, which I don't really want to admit it because it's a battle royale game, but it's only mobile, but I've actually been having a lot of fun with it. But I was trying to put in Smokinace007 and there was a banned word, so I'm assuming smoke or smoking or something, they're just trying to kind of move away from that. So I couldn't use Smokinace007, and I haven't had any other username for a very long time.
You're like, what do I do? How do I do this?
Exactly. It was kind of a panic thing, and so in another online community, I had brought it up, just kind of just more of sort of, look at how ridiculous this is. I can't even use this, but who knows what other names are out there and what other clever ways people have come up with obscene names and everything, but I can't use smoke, which is in reference to a movie, which that goes way back to me explaining that as a guest for the first time on your podcast, 3 years ago now, 4 years,
Jesus,
something. It's been a while.
Has it been that long? Jesus Christ.
It's been quite a while.
Oh my god. Why? How did we get that?
Yeah, I know, right? How do we get here?
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I haven't had another username for quite a long time, and so who knows? I fear change, so this is kind of a big step. But we'll see. I for right now, for the immediate future, I see it sticking, but we shall see where things go.
Yeah, I like it. I feel I feel the same way with my name, just with the numbers at the end, But then again, you can't just do Scouter. There's probably a username, someone using that, so
yeah,
you gotta have something. So it's just again, it's just randomly 7, and because again when I created this Scouter75, all the forums page I was doing the original this podcast at, all the groups had numbers at the end, so I'm I kind of want to go the same one, so I'm 7, and then I'm like, oh wait, again. And then 15, my favorite number. I was like, why am I using 7? It's not even like my favorite number, but it kind of works out. So yeah, I was just kind of blown away when when you changed it. Just for me, pretty much following you since honestly, like, what, maybe day one, since I've been following you for years. Like, yeah, and you still somehow stick around. Yeah, just like it's cool. It's definitely, I've seen numerous name changes throughout throughout the years, and it's always interesting to see, based on like what games they play. Like Ghosty Bronco, for instance, like her username, I don't even remember it now. So like, so like stuff like that. Like now seeing like she plays Phasmophobia now, like, so like, yeah, it makes sense. Like she's playing those kind of games or whatever.
Yeah.
It fits, and yeah, I think with yours it fits pretty well. Like you play both both of those games religiously. But enough about you. We're done with you. No, I'm joking.
Real quick, just for clarification, for anybody, if you see me like in Scouter's, in Scouter's stream or in his Discord or anything like that, you can call me Snake, you can call me Ace, you can call me Smokinace. I'll still still go by those, because I mean that is still a core piece of me. I still enjoy poker and
we'll get to that.
James Bond and things like that.
I feel like I gotta redo this whole logo. God, no, we're keeping that.
See, that's the thing. Is it? Yeah, I'm not like, oh, don't ever call me by that again. Right. I don't have a problem with that. It's nothing. It's nothing that serious. So just as a little disclaimer and everything, like my wife already said she is not changing her username because Mrs. Beskarsnake just doesn't roll off the tongue.
It doesn't
quite
work
as easy. It just doesn't work as well. So yeah, no, Ace and Smokinace are still a part of my online persona, but just this new little side venture.
Yeah, no, I like it. I'm excited where it goes. So I feel like a lot is going on with you, and I definitely will cover it real quick. I promise. We'll get there. I won't forget you. No, we're going to. Look, it's the end of the year. It's gonna be a little bit longer of a podcast. All right, it's a lot of stuff. All right, I will. So, what games you played? I definitely want to hear. I fortunately could not make the poker game. I was really excited. I heard. It was a really fun time. Obviously, like what I've heard from Alien Freak and like pretty much everyone playing and watching you. But definitely cover that for sure. It's legally you have to cover this, and then I'll allow you to talk about Metal Gear Solid, this podcast, and also your 24-hour stream. But what other games? I know, right? It's a month ago, right? What happened?
Now that you list it all off.
Yeah, that's just 2. I didn't even get to like the other games you played this year. Other games you played last month, rather.
So I will do a quick recap.
No, take as long as you want. No,
no. What Scouter's referring to is I've as we've talked about before, and like I mentioned even in this recording already, is I am a big fan of poker. Love playing poker. We're both big supporters of Extra Life. A few years ago, I held a small poker tournament to raise money for Extra Life, and it went really well. Did it with some friends, and I've wanted to do that again for a long time, ever since long before that stream, but also since then. And so started to ask some people, get some people around, and had some interest in it. Brought it up with Scouter and King Kong Wrong and Unbounded, and just kind of threw it out there. Wanted to see who all I could get. Scouter was going to join. Unfortunately, had some real life things had to deal with. Had to do work, save the world.
Right.
Save school buses full of nuns, baby nuns.
That did happen. I'm surprised I didn't make it on the news.
Hey, you're a very humble man.
Yeah.
But I was joined by Darkly Dreamin', I Am Jake B, Alien Freak, and King Kong Wrong, and we played poker. We sat down, went online, played some poker with each other, had a good time. My friend I Am Jake B ended up winning, which is not very surprising because I've played poker with him for years, and he's a very talented poker player. But it was all in good fun. It was all for Extra Life. We raised quite a bit of money for Extra Life that day, and so yeah, there's definitely going to be more. If you enjoy poker and you want to raise money to help kids, comment down below and let me know. We will be more than willing to get you into the game. I wouldn't be against having other small games throughout the year. I want to do like one kind of big tournament at least once a year, if not more times. But yeah, I mean, I've started a very small Discord for now, and anytime anybody wants to, just play a game, even if it's not for any, raising money or anything, even if you just want to play poker, just let me know. We'll get you in that Discord, and I'd like to continue to grow that and everything. Because it was a good time, and I enjoy it. And hey, why not? Just like playing video games for Extra Life, why not play poker for?
Why not gamble for? Wait, what? I'm joking. No, it's really great. And then yeah, it's really, next time I'll take off. I promise. I'll try to take off.
This was kind of working the bugs out. I just wanted to sort of see how it goes. It was a new poker program that I was using that I've never used before, so I'm kind of glad it was a smaller group.
Yeah,
just that way.
I wish I didn't. It didn't seem like it was it seemed okay. Obviously, I didn't watch a lot, but it seemed like it was pretty nice. I mean, it does the job kind of thing. I mean, it's not. It's free, and you pay. You don't pay for it. You're like.
Exactly. It's free. It's so easy to set up a tournament. It's so easy to set up a ring game. The interface is beautifully simple. Like they have portions of the pot that you can bet. So for people who have never played poker online or anything, they make it really easy if you want to bet half of the pot, or if you want to bet double the big blind, or if you want to bet triple the big blind, or it's so clean, it's so smooth, and it worked really well. We didn't have any issues with it throughout the whole game. We played for I think just over 3 hours, and we had 0 issues.
Nice.
And it was not, like Scouter said, the app is completely free to play with friends and everything like that. So you can get it on PC, you can get it on your phone, you can get it on your tablet. They make it really easy, and I would love to work with Club GG more. That's the company that has this app. But yeah, it was so simple, so straightforward. The amount of customization for setting up the tournament itself was awesome.
Yeah.
I could pick how long the blinds would last. I could pick.
It seemed very short, like, of a thing, which was nice. I mean, that was probably a nice aspect of it too. Like, it was a quick, like, you're not having like these face-offs for like hours of like, it seemed pretty like quick, which was like good, for that.
Yeah. So and that's the thing too, is I had it on the lowest setting, or sorry, the longest setting for raising the blinds,
right?
Which was at 15 minutes,
right?
Which in reality, that's
pretty close, right? It's pretty quick.
But you can also have it faster. Like,
right.
I think the shortest amount of time was 5 minutes. Maybe it was slightly less than that. But yeah, so if you wanted to put together a tournament and you wanted to go really fast, you can set it at that setting and you can really get the game moving. But yeah, no, even at that, it's still, I really liked the layout. I really liked the settings. I really liked the customization. I could set up a tournament right now within 5 minutes, and anybody who was in the specific club that I created could join that tournament, and we could start playing 10 minutes from now. It's that forward and simple. Wow, simple and straightforward. I can
you could words guards
words, everybody. Thanks for joining us. I'll see you next time.
Yeah, it's maybe next year you could maybe message them and say you could donate to them, or they donate to you to be hey, I'm advertising your stuff on my streams. Could you I feel like I need to do better on that, and other extra lifers do such a good job on that. I wish I could. I think a lot of people say get a letter from their hospital to say you're representing them in a way. So yeah. Anyways, and then your 24-hour stream. How did?
It was awesome as always. Anyone who's been part of this,
you got your gold, sir.
We did get the gold medal. That is true. I have the exact number of how much we made specifically that day. So just in the 24 hours alone, $573.69.
Nice.
Thank you, Red Does Games.
Yeah.
Sorry, Red Does Memes.
Red Does Memes.
But yeah, no, it's been a year since I had done a 24-hour stream, and it was just as awesome as ever. It was extremely successful. In that, I actually got to finally complete one of my gaming goals for this year. I got my 3rd platinum trophy in I know, hold on. My name is Mayo. Which, for anybody who knows, it is a super simple platinum trophy. I did it start to finish. I actually placed my time, I submitted my time on speedrun.com, and I am now the 5th fastest console 100% my name is Mayo speed runner, I guess. But it was I had one crash in it. Basically, for anybody who doesn't know, you got to tap this jar of mayo 10,000 times.
Yeah.
So I pressed my controller's buttons 10,000 times, and I got a platinum trophy. You know what? Hey, I did it. But yeah, I also set a personal record for Metal Gear Solid, lowering my time by a couple minutes. Actually, mostly thanks to something else that we've talked about on here called the Boba Skip, which go to one of the previous, I don't remember exactly which month that was, but if you check out, you know what, just watch all of the previous
all of
podcasts.
them. Just watch all of them.
Watch all of them, and then let me know when you get to
which
the Boba
one?
Skip.
It's so cool. Anyways.
Yeah, we talk a lot more about that in another. It took me a few minutes for Scouter prompting me to finally remember what he was talking about. But yeah, go check out that podcast.
It was a good time.
But because of that discovery, I was able to bring my own personal best down. Played some other games. I beat one other game in addition to My Name is Mayo, called Retired Men's Nude Beach Volleyball.
Yeah, I saw that. That was pretty great. Brad Does Games did that, and yes. I didn't watch much of that stream, and I watched more of your stream, and that was it looked really complicated.
It's
I meant not, hard,
but it was difficult.
Sorry,
I was a little frustrated because actually Dennis from Rad Does Games had hopped in my stream while I was playing it, and there was only one of the opponents that beat him. Yeah. I didn't beat any opponent.
Right? Yeah, you're struggling.
but it was fun. The story, there was so much more to that story for that game than it had any right to have. I won't say anything, but just go check it out. It's a fun time. But yeah, it's specifically because of Rad Does Games that I even picked that game up and played it, and I'm glad I did because it was a blast.
Yeah.
So yeah, again, as a 24-hour stream, as always, it was a huge success. It was a whole lot of fun. I can't wait for the next one. and I'm just gonna keep trucking along. I'm glad to see that I could still make it the 24 hours.
Yeah, right. Being old.
I getting older. I work different hours at the job that I've had now for the last year. So I was kind of nervous about that because I go in a lot earlier and everything. So, but yeah, I was glad to see that I can still make it. I can still do it. And like I said, I'm excited for the next big stream for sure. So, anyways, now that I've talked for 3 hours,
it's fine. No, it's worth it. Big events you could talk as long as you want. There's no time limit. Look, we're in 20 minutes and we didn't even get anywhere in terms of what we're talking about this podcast. But yeah, I played some City Skylines the other day. Still fantastic. So I said it on stream, and it's hard for me to replace it. But like, if you haven't played City Skylines, it is the best. It's hands down the best city building game. Period. I played SimCity 3000 the other day before that, and like obviously during the time period 1990 2000s or whatever, like 1998 it was released. Compared to City, like it hasn't been a good city building game since then. So like, if you haven't played Cities and you want a good city building game, like City Skylines is just so well done. The detail about if you put, industry, you get ground pollution, and then your residents get sick. It's so well done. Like, so much little tweaks and stuff that it's just, you got to be careful where you're placing stuff. Otherwise, like I said, your residents could get sick, or there's reactions to what you're doing if you build a, KKR was streaming it, and basically he was saying like, it's basically a puzzle game because of the traffic simulation of building traffic and making sure like it doesn't, making sure traffic doesn't blow up. So it's good to be back to that game, but then it makes you realize, wow, I'm really bad at building cities. I went into debt right away when I started the first time, and I had to start over. It's hard to. It's definitely a little bit shaky getting in, but once you like get in and make money, then you're good to go. And I like the unlocking system. Like it starts off with the basics, and then you unlock solar panel or whatever later on, or a garbage incinerator, stuff like that. Like, the longer you play and the population grows, you unlock stuff, which is kind of cool. It's kind of like building, like you're in the past and now you're building into the future kind of thing. It's like kind of like that, which is nice. Yeah. I don't need to explain to you about it. You played it, but like
I'm happy to talk cities.
we could talk. Great. Yeah, I'm glad. I actually as my wheel, I did like when I was like. KKR's like, oh, I brought it up a few times, and KKR's like, when are you going to stream? I'm like, well, it's on the wheel. And I'm like, you know what? I really do want to play it. I'm like, I'm hoping it lands on the wheel. And I spun it and landed City Skylines. So I was like, nice. I was like, there you go. And then I played Overcooked 2 with KKR. He just recently done Doctors Without Borders fundraising. So I played Overcooked 2 with him and Unbounded and Dancing Resco. I played with Dancing Resco with Dead by Daylight because he was playing the doctor, and yeah, I played a lot of games with KKR on his stream, and then of course Fortnite and the basics, and then Metal Gear Solid I played.
Hey, you made a lot of progress.
Yeah, just be kind of sped run to just get to the progress, to the situation I was in, and of course now I'm at where I'm at, and I was pretty happy getting I feel like a speed run. No, it's
that's how it starts out.
No, it's it definitely is. I definitely forgot where to go and stuff. Like it is a little bit of a. Again, we'll talk about it later on, but like is kind of I was kind of glad to get back to, and I played it on super easy now that so that way kind of just enjoy the game a little bit better. It's just generally, like you said, a hard game. So.
Oh yeah, and that's the thing about it. It's like any game. If you want to experience just kind of the story and kind of get your feet wet in the game, play it on easy.
Yeah.
Just play the game on easy. I think it was Mass Effect. I think Mass Effect 3, maybe it was 2. There was one of them was the first time I had ever heard of or had seen. They had, instead of having like difficulty levels, they had story, like kind of a story play, and then like a challenge play. Because you know what, some people, especially for like a big RPG like Mass Effect, some people just, they want to experience the story, and they don't want to have to worry about like, oh man, I'm gonna die on this boss 30 times.
Yeah.
But you have both of those ends. So same thing with Metal Gear Solid. If you want to just kind of experience the game, you know, get the story down, get the basics of the game down, you know, meet all the bosses, fight all the bosses, see all the areas, play it on an easier mode, so that way you can just sit there and enjoy it. If you want that challenge, play it on a higher level, and then you can have that challenge.
Yeah, or like beat it first on easy, and they'd be like, you know what, now I'll play this on hard and see. Like it is just a like when I mentioned Bulba, who got who we talked about earlier. She was like, yeah, her dad played it for years, and he never completed it or whatever, and she found a speedrunning glitch or something, and she beat the game like under, you know, a couple streams or whatever. Like it is kind of definitely like really cool, and definitely yeah, it's funny. Like Twitch was like, oh, what was your like gaming moment of the year? And she commented that I did the thing, as I was gonna tag you in it, and like Twitch commented, like Twitch UK commented, like, yeah, who knew something like casual speedrun got like a speedrunning community like flipping out or whatever, something like that.
It was incredible. It was so cool to see.
Yeah. So and it's just funny that, you know, it's just really funny. And I'm gonna see if I can pull it up. But yeah, you know, Fall Guys, I got that. I think I mentioned it, but it's just a frustrating game. Like, good God, it's so frustrating. And it's just a fun time. But it's fun. But like, definitely, I feel like Fall Guys, you need to play with other players, and because like, you know. Oh yeah, here it is. Yeah, it did the thing, and then let's see, casual finding bugs in a 20-year-old game that sends the speedrunning community in a frenzy seems good. Like,
yep, absolutely, that's exactly what happened.
So it's funny. So yeah. Anyways, yeah, it's a good time. Fall Guys, yeah, for sure. Like, play with somebody, because like, you know, that way you could like spectate them, see what they're doing. Like, you know, I play with Unbounded and other people, but like, it's good to see like what their strategy is or what route they're taking. And I'd be like, oh, okay, like I'll do that next time. Or, but I'd say like solo's not a fun time. And then Fortnite got a new season. It's way better than the last season for sure. I'm sorry, I'm just putting Fortnite in there. That's all. That's all I'm going to talk about for Fortnite. But we're here for the best part of the year.
I would like.
Sorry,
to
go on.
Really quick.
Go on.
Just getting back to gaming goals. I said that I finally got my final, because I wanted to get 3 platinum trophies this year. The first one was Miles Morales.
Yeah.
I got that back in January to kind of start off the year, which I thought was a good start to the year. And then within this last month, I got My Name is Mayo during the 24-hour stream. But also, earlier than that, this month, I've got the platinum trophy for Fallout 4.
Nice.
So I was very excited. That's a game that I really enjoy. So that was the 3rd platinum trophy. And this is just a personal little note that I'm super nerdy excited about, is in Metal Gear Solid 4, I got the Big Boss emblem, which you have to beat the game on the boss extreme in under 5 hours with no alerts and things like that. And so that was a kind of a personal huge gaming goal that I'd wanted to try for years, but I was always too nervous about, because it seemed too daunting. But I finally got that. So yeah, I just wanted to pat myself on the back a little bit there really quick, but
No, it's really cool. Good job, little buddy. It's definitely yeah. Just to say, like that's I don't think I've received any. So like that's I really don't like the fact that PlayStation 4 does that, where it's like blink and then like interrupts your flow of the game, like with achievements.
I love hearing that sound.
I don't know. When I played Resident Evil Biohazard and you're intense and then you get bloop, I'm like, I don't know. Anyways, we're here to talk about. Sorry, you crush the momentum here, sir.
I do.
The Steam Awards, the best part of the year, and just generally what games that we felt is the best game that we played, or best games that best game of the year, in our opinion. All right, here we go. Quickly, so we'll skip VR game of the year because neither of us have a VR, but I wish it was Resident Evil 4 was on here. Just putting that out there. No, I'm joking. So I got Labor of Love. This is the game. It's out for a while. Team is in well past their debut. Their release, yes, of the creative baby, but so we got Dota 2, Terraria, Rust, No Man's Sky, and an Apex. Between those, or you could mention which one you voted on if you remember, that didn't get on here. Just putting that on. Which one do you think you're voting on this year?
For me, I mostly played. I've actually tried all of these.
Okay.
Not within the last year, but I actually have tried all of these. The one that I voted for is No Man's Sky. I bought that game on release date. I actually had some fun with it. I know a lot of people said, there's really nothing to do. There's nothing in it. I played a decent amount of it. I didn't get super crazy far, but I liked the ideas that they had. I liked, like, it was really cool for anybody who's played it that you kind of like started to learn different languages. Like you pick up little pieces and stuff like that. I really liked that aspect. But I went back to it a few months ago, and yeah, it's a solid game. It's fun. I know they've added a ton of new stuff, and people are saying they've finally got the game up to where it should have been, years ago. But yeah, for me, it's got to be No Man's Sky. That is just a fun game.
Yeah, I was gonna actually say the same thing. Like, I haven't played. I played Terraria, which was like, obviously I can't. I did vote, of course. Every year every year of this podcast, whenever it ends in the future, maybe, hopefully not, but if it does, or whatever, it's always gonna be Don't Starve. It's gonna be Clay. Don't Starve together. Always gonna vote every single time Labor of Love, because it's just every time I go back to the game, it's just something new, and I played it like a month ago. Like, it's just really well done. But yeah, I would agree. I guess, I mean, I played Terraria. I wasn't really comfortable with the controls. Maybe I'll try a controller might help. Rust, I've maybe played a little bit of it.
Personally, Rust, when I originally played it, I had more fun than any time I've tried to play it recently.
Yeah.
But I haven't played it in a few months, so maybe they've done even more to it. And there was one update that they did where it kind of revamped everything, and I really didn't like it because I felt that they took a lot of stuff away. But like I said, maybe I'll go back to that in this coming year and check it out and kind of see what they've really done with it. But
yeah, for sure. So yeah, just what I've seen with No Man's Sky, it just seems like a really gorgeous, like, space exploration, do whatever you want kind of game. Is pretty awesome, and I do have it like in the back burner of picking it up because it is such a nice game. But yeah, I would agree with that one for sure. On that one, I think I did play Dota for a little bit. and then it just never worked out. But
yeah, same here.
It's just one of those things. But yeah, I would say those that would be good. All right, Better with Friends. There's Valhalla, Back for Blood. This Halo Infinite, It Takes Two, and Crab Game. What one, or which did you vote for, or did you submit, or?
So for me, I've played a little bit of Halo Infinite. I played in the beta of Back for Blood. I've watched some of the other ones, but out of all of the ones that are on this list, I didn't submit any for this personally, but out of the ones on this list, from what I've seen, I voted for It Takes Two. It just, from what I've seen and what I've watched, it just seems like a really well done game, and it seems like a really great co-op experience. So yeah, that one got my vote.
Man, I was actually expecting. Have you played the new Halo?
I have.
Okay, and how is it? Like,
it was fun. It's fun. I was never. I always had PlayStation before, and I never, even when Halo was on PC, like the first one and everything, I never really got too much into it. I had a couple friends that played Halo a lot, and we'd play like local multiplayer over at their houses. But since I never really owned it, I don't have that nostalgic tie. And Halo Infinite, like I said, I've played some of the multiplayer. It was fun. I had fun with it. But to me personally, and I know this is gonna just send everybody into a tizzy.
Too late.
True. From what I played, which admittedly is only maybe like 20 games, if that. It's good. It's fun. I don't know if personally it does anything different. Like, I know obviously back when it first came out, it was really innovative, and they did a lot of crazy things with it and a lot of good things with it. But yeah, no, I mean, I'll play more of it. I'll play more of the multiplayer, but I don't see myself spending hour after hour after hour after hour after hour in it. I'll pick it up.
Not the original Halo was like,
yeah. I mean, I played a couple games in the 24-hour stream, and again, it was fun. It was I was dropping a lot of frames and stuff, so I don't know if I can stream it that much. I don't know if my streaming was having an issue with it, or if it was just my internet connect, because I'd played it around when it first came out, and I didn't really seem to have many issues. So like I said, I don't know if it was just the servers were bogged down, or if my internet was bogged down, or me streaming was having a difficulty there. But yeah, no, I mean, it's fun. For anybody who wants to check it out, it's free, so definitely go check it out.
Price.
Right?
It's almost as free as Extra Life. See what I did there?
Ooh, Extra Life. You can sign up for free.
Yeah, you can.
You can start raising today
or next year, and that way you have
start next year. You know what?
Whenever.
Start a campaign this year. See how much you can get in the next 9 days, and then just sign up.
Sign up again. Yeah, that way
really
you get.
Easy. You can transfer
the whole year,
all your stuff to next year.
Yeah, it's great times. It's great time. Anyways. I'm gonna vote Back for Blood. I think I know. It's Live for Dead, but I think I haven't.
No, it's Back for Blood, Scouter.
Yeah, sorry. It's Live for Dead 3. Sorry.
Hey,
sorry.
Back for Blood,
sir, please, sir.
I have to ask you to exit the bus.
Sir, bye. All right, bye. I see you later.
If you can't follow the rules, get off the bus.
Get out of here. Get out of here. It's basically Live for Dead, though.
You're out of here.
You're out of there. No, I think I haven't played it. I've seen KKR play it. It looks pretty well done. Obviously, just another run of, like I said, Live for Dead. I mean, I haven't gone around I haven't go somewhere without someone talking about Back for Blood. Like it is, I did see also I was, if you're voting for It Takes Two, I vote for Back for Blood just for that, because I think It Takes Two for sure. I think It Takes Two is gonna win this one.
It took everybody by storm. I think.
Yeah. It was basically the Among Us this year, so I wouldn't be surprised if It Takes Two wins. But so just to skewer the votes, I'm gonna pick Back for Blood.
Hey, you never know.
Yeah, might be CS:GO this year. Sorry, I'm done.
Hey,
I'm still not over it.
Absolutely. Hey, that is a great game. And I mean, I think the thing with It Takes Two is when Valheim came out, it was everywhere. Everybody was streaming it. Everybody was playing it. Everybody. I haven't heard anybody mention that game in a while.
Yeah.
Back for Blood, I personally haven't heard too many people still talking about it. I'm sure it's still out there. I know there are people still streaming it and everything. But I feel like it just kind of fell off, off the radar after not too long. Halo, obviously people are going to talk about that for a while. The campaign just came out not too long ago, finally, and I know a lot of people were waiting for that. Crab Game, I know there are still people streaming that, playing that.
I think it's just a silly game. Like, it's just a silly game.
It's just a fun little, and it looks fun. What I've seen of it is hilarious, and it's just straight fun. But I feel like I still always hear people talking about It Takes Two, and I think that's what's going to carry it through into.
Yeah, that's gonna win it. That's not a lie here. All right. Outstanding visual style: Psychonauts, Subnautica, Below Zero, Little Nightmares 2, Bright Memory, Infinite, and then Forza, Horizon 5. I'll go this time. I voted for Resident Evil Village. Unfortunately, didn't get here, but I will pick. I played Little Nightmares 1. I've seen, of course, Subnautica. I'm trying to stay away from watching Subnautica just in case I do want to play it. I know there's a storyline, but I've seen Subnautica plenty of times that I could probably say, but I'm gonna go with Little Nightmares 2 because I think just Little Nightmares 1 was just so gorgeous looking for just a 2D. Well, it is 3D, but set camera, the whole time,
the
and
side-scrolling
platform. Yeah, thank you. And unfortunately, I know Can Sandwich, if he's probably might be listening, he's excited for Psychonauts to maybe get this one this year too, because he sounded like he wanted Psychonauts to get something, and I could see that as well. What is your vote, sir?
So I have not played any of these. I played a Forza game, Forza. I think it's officially Forza, even though there's no T. Doesn't make any sense.
We can't
and
English
it looks
good.
I like racing games, but the Forza games were still a little too arcadey while still trying to be simulated. And I know that we're supposed to be going a visual style, so the game looks beautiful. But that's about the only. I haven't played 5 at all. But based on these ones, I did vote for
Microsoft Simulation.
Nailed it. No.
Dang, I was waiting for you to yeah. I'm got it. Nice.
I did vote for Unmetal, which I'll talk about again in a little bit. Because, and that's just a personal visual style because it encapsulated exactly what it was going for, and it was great. But as far as from these ones, I picked Bright Memory Infinite. I really didn't know a whole lot about this game before these awards or anything, but it just looks I know that's what this category is for, but it just looks really good.
Stunning, right?
Yeah,
it reminds me of that one that one human where it's like
Deus Ex.
no, it looks very similar to I can't think. Why am I so bad at? Where it's like a human and he's like a robot.
Detroit Become Human.
Yes, that looks like Detroit Become Human.
It looks similar, kind of that sort of cyberpunky future mashup and everything. But yeah, it like you said, even I'm looking at it again in this little snippet they have, and it just looks
gorgeous.
It just looks like if it runs that smooth, if it plays that smooth,
it's gonna be.
I feel like it'd be like the first time I played Killzone 3. I remember playing that online and dying because I was just walking around looking at the buildings.
Man.
Like, I feel like it'd be the same for this, so I'll have to check this one out. And
Resident Evil 2 was released this year. I would have voted on that one. Anyways, next one, most innovative gameplay. I'll go again. We got Inscription. We got 12 minutes. We got Monocage, Deathloop, and then Loop Hero. So I'm going to look at what I voted for, what I submitted. I believe I did submit one, maybe, if I remember. But between these ones, I'm looking. No, I guess I didn't. Between these ones, I'd have to go with Deathloop. I did see Nerd Cubed play it, and it very as like very like Assassin's Creed style, and you play the same story over and over again, which is kind of cool. And it is in one setting, but you could play it like as many times as you want, and I think that's what I like about it. And I can't think of a similar game. Why am I should really. Whereas you do all these tricks, and it's very similar to that one. I had it, and then
Bulletstorm. That game was stupid fun.
Oh man, what's that called? Where it was right there. Dishonored. It's very like Dishonored-esque.
Yeah.
When I
Bethesda, so same thing.
It is when I saw that, I was like, it's Dishonored. But like obviously, you have more than one setting. It seems like you're in a set area for this, which is kind of cool. But you could it's still. So I'm gonna say Deathloop on this one.
So for myself, I've seen some Deathloop played, and it looks kind of fun. I don't know if I'll play it or not. I don't know if it draws me in enough. Before this, I had never heard of Moncage, so I don't really know. I really didn't know a whole lot about it. I didn't look a ton into it, so I still don't know a whole lot. Loop Hero, I don't know anything about at all. I meant to look more into it before this, but didn't see it. But this was tough for me between Inscription and 12 minutes. I have not played Inscription, but I have watched a good amount of Inscription, and it looks really good.
Yeah.
The art style, the gameplay, just kind of the strategy to it looked really good. And 12 minutes I actually played during my 24-hour stream, and I didn't realize just how freaking heavy that game gets.
I'm sure. It looks like it's an emotional roller coaster.
Oh my goodness. I wanted to beat it on stream. I ended up stopping after a certain point and moving to another game because it was too much. But I will say, for anybody who thinks it looks interesting, do some research on it first, because there are some heavy topics that are explored and discussed. So do a little bit of research. Don't look too much into the story, because the story is really interesting, but definitely check it out if you have any, I don't know the best way to say it, but like I said, there are some very heavy topics, so just do some research into it before you play it if you're concerned about those kind of things. But it was really interesting, kind of like you said about Deathloop, where you're playing the same thing over and over and over again. With 12 minutes, you're experiencing the same 12 minutes, but every time you're trying to get another little piece of the story. And your character starts learning these things, and you get to start applying these. And so I voted for 12 minutes.
Nice.
I may have given it to Inscription had I played it, because I tried not to see. I tried not to pay too much attention to it because I do want to play it. But what I did see was really fun and everything. But yeah, I have to give it 12 minutes, even though I haven't beaten the game yet, because it's really well done, and it's a really interesting concept. I know that it's kind of been explored before in certain ways, but yeah, just the way that you build this story up over these short little intervals, and the amount of freedom you have in the game to do. Like I said, I don't want to say too much, but yeah, you can just do a whole lot in the game, and it's pretty cool. So.
Yeah, I did see a little bit of Inscription, and it reminded me of Hand of Fate, if you ever played that, and I wish...
I haven't, but I know about it.
I definitely feel like what I've seen of Inscription, I only seen, like, a little bit of what the Yogscast, like, played, but, like, or, like, I watched, today I've played by the Yogscast, and it's pretty much, like, a 3-minute of, like, review of what Lewis of the Yogscast played, or he might bring on the characters, but yeah, I was like, man, that's Hand of Fate, you know. Yeah, I definitely am interested in that too, because I liked Hand of Fate. I just wish it wasn't so repetitive.
That's what, yeah. From, like I said, I tried to avoid some of, like, the specifics of Inscription, but it seems like they kind of changed things especially for it being a card game. It seems that they kind of changed things up enough that it keeps you interested. But yeah, I'd have to play it personally to really know for sure.
Yeah, sounds good. All right, next one. You could go with this one. The best game you suck at. We got World War Z. We got Nakara Blade Point. We got Noah 2. I got Age of Empires. We still need to play it. 4 and Battlefield 2042.
So for me, I've heard really good things about Noah, or how, I'm not sure how you pronounce it. I've never heard of Naraka Blade Point before. World War Z I never really got into. So this one also came down to two entries. Battlefield 2042. I loved Battlefield 2142 years ago, so I was really excited about this one. And then I played the beta, and I just wasn't taken by it, personally. So my vote, even though I haven't played the game yet, is Age of Empires.
Age of Empires 4, yep.
We've talked about this game for quite a while now.
Well, the Steam sale is on now. We might have to.
Yeah, I've been so excited. I remember for years every once in a while I'd type in, in an internet search, just Age of Empires 4 ?
Question mark.
And nothing. Or it's rumored, or hey, buy Age of Empires 2 HD Remaster, or buy this, or buy that. I'm like,
they're just
those
in
are
the
great
works.
games. And then it finally, we got that little taste. And then it finally came out this year, and yeah, I mean, it's a fun game. I love the games; they're great. But I also know I'm not going to be perfect at this one.
Yeah.
Anytime that I think I'm pretty good, one of my friends who is much better at strategy games, we'd play against each other, and he would decimate me.
Yeah.
I remember one time he trebucheted through the forest to get to me when I thought I was all defended, and then he just wrecked me. So
yeah,
even though I haven't played it, my vote is for Age of Empires 4 because I love the series. I played the beta of it. I only got to play like 2 games of it. It was fun. It was Age of Empires. It was great. There were some new interesting things that they've added that I didn't really get to explore too much. Because, like I said, I only got to play in 2 of the beta test games. But yeah, I know that I'm not going to be incredible at it. But you know what? I'm going to play it. I'm going to enjoy it. I'm going to have fun.
Yeah, for sure. And I'll say the same. I actually voted for Rome Total War Remastered for this one. Well, I submitted that. I think just for me, strategy games, man, I had that game for ages. Like same time period, I'd say, as Resident Evil 4, and it took me the same amount of time to beat that game too. Like it took years to play it and to beat it. Like my motivation was to beat it, and it was on easy to beat it on easy, and it's just and once I finally won, because it does take some doing to figure out like, oh, okay, I need to lower the taxes because people are rioting, and I need to build this thing because of this. Like, obviously, there's war that you could strategize with, and then, you know, sometimes the battles don't go well for you, and yeah, I'm going to submit. And then when I played Age of Empires as well in the past, it's just a fun... I mean, yeah, the AI is terrible sometimes, but sometimes, like, of course, like, the easy difficulties are too easy, and then once you play it like a hard difficulty, you're gonna get steamrolled all the time. Like, you gotta like quickly build walls and stuff. Like, I'm sure there's ways to mess with the AI, but like, I always try to avoid that. To like, you know, just like, okay, you know, gonna see, because that's my fault that I didn't build this wall on time. Like, you know,
it punishes you. That's for
sure. Like, I don't want to like cheat the system sometimes and like, you know what, I'm just gonna play. Like, I know the AI can get stuck on this, but you know what, I'm gonna build it like I would normally, and then, you know, so I'd say that. Yeah, Age of Empires. I just like strategy. With anything strategy wise, it's just, I just don't like it. I just suck at it.
Wait. You like strategy games?
Mm-hmm.
You know, XCOM is a strategy.
XCOM, dang it. Moving on to best soundtrack. I'm just going to cover this real quick. I just want to comment. I know we kind of said we'll skip this one, but I submitted Lost in Random. Unfortunately, did not make this, but I was really hoping. And I tried to like plug it in. But I would say Blake Robinson, who is the creator of the Stanley Parable, man, the soundtrack is just so well done. I still need to play it though, and I will play it soon. But yeah, unfortunately, I can't. Sorry, what?
I just said tisk tisk.
I know. I do. I should. Especially around like this time period of like winter. Like, I feel like it's a game for like winter. Just like you're cuddled in your house, and like it's just one of those chilled out games. But yeah, unfortunately, I didn't want. Anyways, so go to the next one. Outstanding story rich game. So which one did you vote on, or you know, which one did you submit, if you remember?
Again, submitted Unmetal. I won't say why I submitted it as far as the story, obviously, because spoilers.
Yeah,
but
I'm gonna play it.
Yes, I will say nothing more about the story, but yes, I submitted it because it's great. Like I said, that game it hits all of the markers that it's going.
I will say, like, you could probably slap a sticker with anything if it's like pixelated like that, and that's kind of why I do when I play on Metal, because I'm like, yeah, it's Metal Gear Solid, but I slap pixels on it because it's just really, I just really like that style of gameplay. It's really cool. Anyways, go on. Sorry to interrupt.
Oh no, you're good. Again, just running through really quick. I haven't played Life is Strange True Colors. I played I saw the demo of the first one, just never got into it. Cyberpunk, I'm waiting for that to come to
do better.
Just to really. I'm mostly waiting for the next gen, or I guess current gen ports of it, when they've really kind of hammered it out. Resident Evil, I saw a little bit of it. Don't really have much of a desire to play this one. I know. It's this. Yeah, you go into the house, spooky stuff. Ooh, we win.
We win. I love that.
Days Gone, I haven't played yet. I want to play. I own it. I just haven't gotten around to it and had that time commitment. But even though I haven't played the game in quite a long time, and I haven't played through the story in years, I voted for Mass Effect.
Worldly Shuku would agree with you.
I mean, I love Star Wars, and it is very much along the lines of Star Wars. For anybody who's played, obviously, you have multiple alien civilizations, multiple alien races. You have these different story elements that you've got to take into effect. You have one of the most beautiful spaceships I have ever seen in science fiction. I love the Normandy. I love the look of it. It's really cool. Just, I don't know how practical it would be in the real world, but dang it, it just looks great.
Yeah.
And the game is fun. I like the biotic elements. I like the shooting. I like the RPG elements. It's so good. So yeah, my vote, absolutely, hands down, from these 5, Mass Effect.
Yeah, I actually,
they're so good.
I mean, I've seen, the only person I know that plays it religiously is Worldly Shuku, and the scene, what I've seen of it, it does look like it's interesting. I'm not sure if I'll be interested in it. Just with me with space stuff, I like being in this world of of reality. I don't know what it is about space. I don't know.
The beauty of it is, a lot of it seems so believable. Like, it seems grounded enough to a certain extent. I say that with a very huge pinch of salt. The science seems like, hey, in 100 years we could be close to something like this. Something that, hey, we have these big slingshots that's basically a giant rail gun that can, cause your ship to go super quick. Like, I love Star Wars, don't get me wrong, but to have something on board like an X-Wing that can just make it just go through it go through hyperspace at hyperspeed, just contained within itself, that seems so far out there, but I love it. It's great. Don't get me wrong. Like I said, don't get me wrong. But in Mass Effect, at least you have this mass relay that acts basically like a giant rail gun that can get your ship up to super speed and launch it far away. And yeah, it's over the top. It's crazy. It's not for everyone. But if you like your fun space opera westerns, play it. If you like RPGs, play it. At least give it a go.
Yeah.
You may not like it, and if you don't like it, don't continue it, because you're going to have a whole lot of time invested into this trilogy. And if you end up not liking it, you're going to be real sad. But it's so good. It's a great game, or a great trilogy of games.
Yeah. Village. I mean, I'm not surprised, but I'd say, just for what I played with Biohazard, I'm really due. I want to beat 2 first, Resident Evil 2, and then Village. Just a no. I've been itching to play it, and I did win that giveaway that Extra Life was doing. I think I mentioned it as.
Yes.
So it makes me want to play it more, and it's really cool. Of course I didn't play it, but unfortunately I did play Life is Strange, the first one. I couldn't really get into it. I felt just like press button, like, and as like, I don't know. I just felt it was kind of, and it was a long game. I mean, I'm sure I know a lot of people love Life is Strange, and it does really hit on some of the sensitive topics that we talked about earlier. But yeah, I just didn't enjoy it, and so let's say, fortunately, Village. Cyberpunk, I'll probably never buy that either. I do maybe watch more of Rory Shuku's Mass Effect. I mean, it looks interesting. I just feel like it's too, obviously what it's categorized as too story driven, whereas I feel like that's where my vote is going to be. All right, I'm going to do this one because I'm torn. I'm very torn between this one. So sit back and relax. Busy day, smooth, relaxing. I did almost select Townscraper, but then Twitter reminded me of Unpacking, and I did play Unpacking in the demo. It's free. I own Townscraper. I do plan to buy Unpacking, and then there's Farming Simulator 222, Farming Simulation. I there's 3 of these games that I've played, and Farming Simulator 18, and or whatever I own, but I know probably there's really not much difference. And I've seen Newfie Nate actually play Dorfrometric, and I don't know. I definitely interested in it. I definitely want to see more of it. But yeah, my vote has to go with Unpacking because that's what I submitted for Sit Back and Relax. Actually changed my vote from Townscraper to Unpacking because it's just so well done. Like I said, I love you could slap a sticker on anything that's really cute animation or 2D. The graphics are just amazing. That's what I'm trying to get. Pixelated is definitely pixelated in a way. You could put literally toilet paper in places. It's just really neat while it's telling a story. Yeah, and you put objects in a certain place, and I think is close between Townscraper. You basically, I think it's on apps too that you could build a small town on this river, on this ocean or whatever. Really, really fun. So I voted for that. I submitted it and I voted for it. So I'm really glad. At least it's always good to see one of your submission makes it to the final round.
Yeah.
That's probably the best part of this. What did you select, sir?
You can get Townscaper on mobile. I just wanted to double check that.
Oh, really? I thought you could. I feel like it should be.
But I've seen a lot of some of these. I hadn't heard of Dorfromantic. It looks interesting. It looks very much like it would be a board game.
Right. Looks like definitely a board game for sure. That's what I thought of it too. Really, when I saw Newfie. Which
in reality, most of these sit back and relax games could easily be board games.
Right.
Townscaper, obviously that would be simple. Farming Simulator, that
can't really make it a board. I mean, you can make anything a board game.
Yeah, you could, but maybe not as much as some of the other ones.
Yeah.
But I voted Unpacking as well.
Yeah, this guy. An indie game vote. Nice. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah.
I've seen some of Potion Craft, and that looked really fun and interesting, and kind of like an interesting concept for a game. Farming Simulator, I played a little bit of that, and yeah, it's kind of fun, but it's also extremely tedious because they do a very good job of making it very realistic.
Well, yeah, when I played it for the first time, I actually was like, what does any of this equipment do? Because I have no idea about farming. And luckily, Battery, if you do, I will recommend Battery H. He plays it a lot, and he could probably answer anything under the sun about that. And he helped me figure it out. Like, I know, like, I'm like, harvesting. What's the difference between harvesting and this and this? I'm like, I don't know. Yeah. Like, of course, because
he has a wealth of knowledge for certain. But yeah, so for me, unpacking, it just, I haven't played it yet. I do plan on getting it and playing it, but I was watching Rad play it actually as well, and it was just so chill and calming. And again, one of those games that it had no right. It had no right to have the hard hitting story that it had, but holy cow!
Yeah.
I'm just saying. In general, it's a game that's about unpacking, and there should be no story to it, but it has a little bit of a story to it, and it works. I'm not gonna say anything about it. I didn't even catch everything about it, but yeah, it just is a fun, again, chill, sit back and relax game. Unpacking.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, all the moment we've been waiting for. 21 Game of the Year. Yeah. I'm predicting Unmetal. But hold on, we'll go to the Steam thing first. Okay, Game of the Year. We got Valheim, New World, Cyberpunk, Village, Forenza. Go.
Unmetal.
Okay.
Hands down.
No, on Steam. We'll go with Steam first.
Unmetal.
None of these are getting votes. Okay.
I abstain from... I don't know. I can't... These 5, I feel like, aren't indicative of this year's releases.
No.
Personally.
I'm very kind of disappointed. I mean I could see Village, but Cyberpunk is a hot mess.
I've heard it's a lot better now.
Yeah,
but still,
it's not a game. It's just not a game yet. Like
it was a. I don't think they intentionally misled people, but the game shouldn't have come out till next year at the earliest. You know, the amount of scrambling they had to do to try to fix it. And should they have gotten all of the hate and everything that they got? Absolutely not. That was ridiculous. Should they have released the game though? No. Yeah. Again, Forza, I mean, it looks like a fun racing game, but like I said, personally for me, it teeters on the edge too much, and it doesn't sit. I mean, again, I haven't played this one, so maybe they've changed it some, but the couple of the Forza games that I had played before, they weren't actiony enough, but they weren't simulator enough. It was kind of too much of a mix of both for me personally in a racing game.
I will say they added Legos into it, which makes it real fun. But I thought so.
Oh, okay.
Maybe I'm thinking
my mind.
I mean, that might be a different game. I might be thinking something else.
I mean, that'd be cool. I mean, I love Lego.
Lego. I'll look it up. But anyways, continue.
New World and Valheim, I feel like from what I understand, those are basically the same game.
Yeah.
I've seen more of Valheim than I have of New World, but I feel like those are pretty much the same, the same style of game, I should say. So yeah, I can't, in good faith, personally,
vote on any of these.
Vote for any of these for Game of the Year. I'm sure they're all great games in their own right. Like I said, I know they've done a lot with Cyberpunk to get it to a better state, and I am interested in it eventually. Resident Evil, if you like those games, I know people liked it, but is it Game of the Year worthy? I don't think so.
I mean, even Valheim, me. I mean, I didn't play it again. I can't make, and I love it to death.
It just, I don't know. I don't, like I said, I don't agree with these ones. For me,
me too.
Hands down, Unmetal.
I'll
talk a little bit about. I want to see your Steam. If you have a vote for this, I want to hear yours before we get into our personal votes.
Yeah. Of course. Yeah. Village. I'm gonna vote. I guess. By the way, to answer it is Forenza Horizon 4 had the Lego one.
Oh, okay. So 5 is dead to me.
Nah,
so
5 is dead.
Forza 5 is dead to me.
I mean, again, I've seen a little bit of Cyberpunk. I'm not interested. Maybe I could get into Valhalla. It seems like it. Again, I mean, I can't. I love Resident Evil. I just so far. I mean, I know 6 is. We don't talk about 6, but I was just Resident Evil to me. Just I played Biohazard, and I was kind of just a little bit ready to be disappointed in general. Because I'm like, man, I played Resident Evil 4, and nothing's gonna beat it. Like, and Biohazard, the ending was just fantastic, and I just feel like I've beaten it. I will probably not play it again. Maybe I probably might just for fun, but it's like BioShock Infinite to me, where where I play it once and I never played BioShock Infinite again because the story is so well done that I'm like, nope, I can't. Like, so I
can't talk about that one yet because
right.
I'm beating Metal Gear.
Yeah, I'm sorry. So I will. I guess my vote is Village because I know so far, and I played, like I said, 2, and then sorry. Did you want me to tell you what my actual game of the year is, or what did you want?
Well, actually, since everybody pretty much already knows what mine's going to be, I'll go so that way yours can be a nice way to wrap it up. But yeah, I mean, hands down, Unmetal.
Yeah.
As a Metal Gear Solid fan,
it's an indie game. They gave it to you for free, I think, right? Like
no. I actually avoided most giveaways and stuff because I wanted to support them, and
right.
I bought it on a couple different platforms. But we won't get into that. But because I wanted to show so much support for this game because I absolutely loved it.
Yeah,
I played the demo of it on stream, and from the second that I started the demo, I fell in love with the game. For anybody who's played the original Metal Gear, whether you played it through the first time I played it was in Metal Gear Solid 3 Subsistence. They had the ability to play the original Metal Gear and Metal Gear 2, and it is a straight homage to the original Metal Gear on the MSX platform. So on PC way back when, and the comedy is on point. That game had me laughing so often at just the ridiculous jokes, the stupid things during the story, the some of the crazy boss fights, just everything about that game. I loved it to death. Well, okay, not everything. There's 2 sections that but I won't say anything. I won't say anything because I do want to see Scouter go through that, and I want to see other people play it. And
I will play it. It reminds me of Broforce when I saw it too.
It is very much along that humor, along that kind of style.
Yeah. And I like Broforce. Yeah. I'm almost to beat it, but I haven't beaten it yet.
But yeah, easily my game of the year. One of my favorite games in the past forever.
Yeah.
It's so good. Yeah. It's so good. Like I said, I had so much fun with it. I do.
So do I have to play Metal Gear Solid to understand jokes and references?
There are a couple references that you'll chuckle at, but it stands alone.
Okay.
It stands by itself.
Yeah.
Easily.
Okay, good.
Yeah, there's definitely some references, but it's not so reference heavy that you're like,
what is any of this?
Yeah, it's not like you're gonna get into chapter 4 and go, what is going on? I don't, because you haven't played Metal Gear. So yeah, it's you can play it. You can never have heard of Metal Gear, and be perfectly fine playing this game. So yeah, you don't have to worry about that at all. Like I said,
yeah. It's like me not playing Bioshock 1 and 2 and playing Infinite, and I was fine. Sorry. I should play it. People are yelling at me to play it.
I can hear them now.
You're right.
This
Scouter, play 1 and 2 for God's sake. So my game of the year that I voted on didn't get through, of course, because it's indie. Let's Build a Zoo. It's just,
you would.
of course I would. It's just I played the demo. I got it for free, and man, I loved it. It's really I haven't bought it yet. I will. Maybe now that Steam sales, I'd probably pick it up. But honestly, you could. It's a top-down platform, pixelated. You could splice animals. It's like Zoo, but you also it's like Jurassic Park, and it's fantastic and it's adorable, and I love it. And the developers also made some other games that you might be aware of. What's it called? Sorry, stand by. But no, they made that bar one where it's like Papers, Please, but it's like you're in a bar.
Oh,
that I played. No More Robots made it, by the way. Not Tonight. Thank you.
Oh,
sorry.
Yeah.
They made Not Tonight. I played the first one. Fantastic. I mean, I played 2 hours. I didn't finish it, of course. So, like, when I played Let's Build a Zoo, like, it was only a 15-minute demo, and, man, I love demos. It was just a submission on Twitter, like, hey, if you comment, we'll give you a Steam key for free for the week. I think you can still play the demo. Regardless, it was a quick 15-minute game that I played, and man, I love it. It's just a cute, adorable. Like there's animals jumping on trampoline. It's a little bit complicated, just like any like zoo game. You gotta like assign your workers to certain things, and then you can start like unlocking things too. Like there's an unlock system of like windmills, or I'm just like looking at the game. It's. I'm sorry. I can't stay away from indie games. That I think that one is up there, and I will unfortunately say what I said last year is this is going to be the year of indie. I mean, like besides like these games there's a few like we mentioned of Unpacking and Unmetal and stuff, but I feel like there's nothing in comparison to like Among Us. I know Among Us had it's on VR now or something. What is it now? Like some more DLC and stuff, which is great. But like
they did another update recently, and
Town Scraper. But like I know there's not going to be anything near as very. It's just probably with the pandemic and stuff. Trying to hopefully maybe next year will be better. I'm not making excuses. Just like. Well, I would assume indie developed teams definitely take the most hit out of it versus these AAA tweens that have all the money in the world. I will also take my vote back from last year of whatever it was to Resident Evil 2 for Game of 2019 because man, that was so good. It's so good so far. Anyways, that was a short plug from last year. But yeah, I'd say. That's what I submitted is Let's Build a Zoo, and the developers are just really, really like welcoming to their community, and that's what I love. It's just like feedback and like, or like you could add workshop items and like, if you don't like the game, well, make like you could add stuff to it like, and they like as Zach Fierce. Probably will say you can't really make everyone happy. Like you just gotta do what you think is gonna get you the most people to buy it, or obviously the majority of your community to still support you. Like even like them replying to stuff, like on Twitter or whatever. Like I commented on like Unpacking saying like, oh, our amazing community nominated Unpacking for Steam Awards or whatever, and I said well deserved, and they like it. Like something small like that like goes a long way of like, wow, like cool, they notice me, senpai, like notice me. Like, and it's cool to see like them being engaged and like please stick around, we're making more stuff, and like don't worry, I'm not going anywhere. Like so I think I'm just no. Anyways, I just want to cover two quick things, okay? And then we'll be done, I promise. And I know this is going long, but so, you mentioned this year you have a gaming goal of completing a game every month. So is that still continuing? Are you doing a different goal next year? Or what is your next year plan, sir, besides your username now is Beskar?
I thought this might be a next month thing, but no, I like this. I like this.
I mean, we could. But yeah, let's move it next month.
All right.
Yeah, next month. We'll do that. I like that idea. No, hold that thought. No, but listen. How about this one? I'll at least answer the second one. Okay. I'd say we've been on this podcast for more than a year. Like, hands down, it's been at least 2 years plus. What lessons have we learned from each other? What have we gained from each other? Or what have we, like, within your streaming or gaming career, even if it doesn't involve the podcast, what have you learned?
I've learned, don't do a podcast with Scouter.
Scouter, yeah, that's a good one.
No.
Don't sign a contract unless you read it.
Probably the biggest thing that I've learned is to... This is gonna sound cheesy, but just go for it.
Mm-hmm. Just do it.
In general, yeah.
That's why I brought him.
Yeah. Because when we set our gaming goals, I actually have my original text document, and you see I brought up a Word document that you can tell
it's bright. You're looking into the sun.
Here, I'll move it over there.
Okay.
But just as a quick recap, you should definitely go watch our 2021 Gaming Goals podcast from way back when. But I wanted to do 3 24-hour streams this year, beat 1 game a month, get 3 platinum trophies, and submit at least 2 speed runs.
Mm-hmm.
Had it not been for setting these gaming goals, I probably wouldn't have accomplished any of them.
Yeah.
Really.
Yeah.
And this podcast made me think about that, and this podcast made me...
You're welcome. No, I'm joking.
No, really, it made me put these down on paper and then try to accomplish them. I didn't get the 3 24-hour streams, but we had a lot of things going on.
Life.
I got yeah. I mean, we
moved or something.
We moved. All this stuff. I changed jobs just at the end. Near the end of last year, middle of last year. So just still getting kind of settled and all that and all there. But beat 1 game a month. There was only 1 month that I didn't beat a game.
Shame. No, I'm joking.
But I made up for it because just in the 24-hour stream alone, I beat 2 games,
mm-hmm.
and so that already covered before. But yeah, so I made up for that. So I did beat at least 12 games this year. I got 3 platinum trophies, which, in addition to my backlog, which is why I wanted to beat at least 1 game, a month, these were games that I wanted to get platinum. All right, I wanted to get some more platinums, so I got the 3 platinums, and then I've submitted speed runs in 3 different games. So I wanted to submit at least 2 speed runs. I competed in a speedrun tournament
online. Like, that's crazy.
Not just, hey, Scouter, do you want to race in this game?
Right.
Not, hey, Scouter, KKR Unbounded, do you want to just race this game just as fun?
Right.
As part
As
of the
a
Metal
tournament.
Gear Solid Speedrun League, or
And
as
you're
part
in
of the
it.
Metal Gear Solid Speedrunners, I raced 3 times against some very, very talented. I raced against the
Speedrunners.
former world record holder
Right.
of Metal Gear Solid in this category. I raced against 2 other amazing opponents that are also very talented speedrunners, and I did that, and we did it online in front of the Metal Gear Solid Metal Gear speedrunners community, and I did, and I never would have done that. I never would have done that, even though I love Metal Gear Solid. I've loved Metal Gear Solid since the first time I played Metal Gear Solid 1 on PlayStation that I borrowed from a friend way back in elementary school until today, where I'm still playing those games. So yeah, like I said, the biggest thing that I learned is set some goals, set some reasonable goals for yourself, and try to accomplish them. You might not get all of them.
Get yourself a wheel.
Yeah,
No, I'm joking.
No, it really. It's how many times during your stream have you said, "Oh, I really wanted to play this game. I'm glad it came up on the wheel."
Right. Yeah. I know.
You might not have played something because even though you love it, you may not have gotten back to it. You may not have thought about it again and went, "Oh, you know what? I really do want to play that." But you did because you did that. So yeah, that set some goals. Make them realistic. Maybe have a stretch goal or something in there, and try to accomplish those. Like I said, maybe we'll talk some more about this next month in our future gaming goals. But even at that, just set one. Even if you just set one goal to accomplish for gaming, and try to shoot for that, and I hope you get it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree. I mean, I'd say the same thing. I mean, what I learned is shoot your shot, because like we had Zach Fierce twice now on this pod. Well, it was before your time, but like I DM'd him just like, again, I wouldn't mind getting a different game developer. Maybe the guys that make, who knows, like that's what's so cool about like. Even you're welcome to shoot DMs to people and share,
Hideo Kojima, here we go.
Right, yeah. Shoot your shot. Like, for real.
You never know. That would be... I would die. You would watch a grown
You're just
man
like, is this happening?
Watch a grown man cry on the stream and then immediately die.
Yeah. So honestly, anyone could do it. It doesn't have to be me or Smokinace either. If you guys got connections, call us. No. For real though, like I did also reach out to I don't want to hint too much, but I reached out to Blake Robinson. He did respond to me, and but unfortunately the timings, maybe hopefully next year, but like I mean, it would be cool to, like, I feel like I need to still be, like, invested into, like, I wouldn't mind Zach Fierce again, like, down the line, for sure.
He was a blast.
Yeah, it's just, and even a change of setting between just these two schmucks talking once a month, just a change of pace, even last month with Extra Lifers, like, just cool to see, like, different perspectives. Like we're all playing different, we all have different game styles. It's really cool to see, like, man, we're all like we all play video games, but like come to think about it, like we enjoy them. Like you have this theme, I have Indie, Unbound has this, and KKR has this style of gameplay, like it's cool to see. And then even people commented we need to bring more people back, and it's good. I wouldn't mind once in a while, but it's very, very hard to schedule things with people.
Oh yeah,
just between us four of KKR and Unbound is that wasn't, like, let alone like a game developer, or like it's good to just like be in the weeds and then be like, pounce out and be like, hey, So we got this podcast. You know, it'd be cool. Like, actually, it's fun thing. Cloud9, which is Cloud9 right here. They have a subscription box, and apparently, like, it's like $500, and you get 2 boxes. But so I was like, oh, you get a chance to win. So I was like, I was like, well, the only thing I have is like this. That's Cloud9. Like, is the only thing. Like, I don't have like submit a picture of your Strata subscription, whatever. And I was like, well, I don't have anything. This is the only thing that's Cloud9 related that I have. And I put it on there, and actually one of the, I think he's part of Cloud9 or whatever, or this subscription box, he was like, hey, I have a large shirts that was being produced, and do you want one? And I'm like, yep. And so,
Nice.
I mean, so now I'm like, damn it, now I need to get into well, I'm not going to pay, like, that's so expensive. And, like, I would like to get into esports, but it's just cool to be, like, you know, I don't know why he did, like, maybe he just had piles of them, and he's just like, whatever, like, either they're throwing in the trash, I even said, I'll send you money for, like, shipping or whatever, but, like, you know, whatever, but he's like, nah, it's cool, just thanks for, like, showing off Cloud9. I'm like, yeah, like if I see them play, like, they stream on, obviously, like, an esports team, they just stream on different Twitches, so I'm not following all of them, and, like, I'll look and then see, you know, where they're playing, like, oh, we're streaming right now of, you know, on this Twitch page, then I'll watch, but I'm not, like, going out my way, like, I need to get notifications for this, like,
yeah,
you know. Anyways, so it's just, I mean, they're sponsors of Logitech, and I guess, like, and they're decent, and I'll watch it, but I'd say just shoot your shot, and like I said, what Smokinace said too, I'll say, yeah, try games that you haven't played, get yourself a wheel. Like, I mean, I have, you know, I played some of these games that I have on here that I haven't played in a while, and it's like, you know, I didn't really invest my time into it. Maybe now I will, because it landed on it, I gotta play it. Like,
yeah.
Like, of course I love SimCity 3000, of course I love City Skylines, but, like, obviously just got out of playing it, so, like, this forces me to play it again. But yeah, yeah, I'd say shoot your shot. What's the worst that can happen? Say no, and that's it. Like, you're not losing, you're still gonna probably be a fan of theirs, and like, they're still gonna support you, but it's, you know, worth a shot to just say, hey, you know, I think next year would be a good opportunity for, like, me to, like, step up the Extra Life game of, like, going to businesses, like, hey, want to donate to Extra Life? You don't have to donate money, but do you have something free laying around that I could give away, like, or something like that?
To generate donations.
Right. You probably have all this laying around, or stuff that's not selling. Might as well, like, give it to me that someone else might like, or whatever.
Yeah.
I know a lot of Extra Lifers do that, but yeah. Anyways, listen, we needed to play Elf Bowling shortly, as soon as we can, and everyone it's been a great year. We'll see what the next year brings us. I really appreciate, and I never thought I'd see another thing. I never thought I'd see the day where my podcast is on Spotify. And speaking of which, you can find us on Spotify. Look up Robot Attack, and it's just cool to see. Like, I know I always wanted it, like, on a platform, and I know I'm paying money, but, like, I don't care. Like, I just wanted it somewhere that people can access, like, on the road, or I know this is on YouTube. You could watch it not watch it on the road. Please drive safe. Just listen to it and don't watch our faces for once. But it's just it's cool to see, and I hate plugging, but, like, I hate like, it's just really cool to see, like, man, my podcast is on Spotify. Like, anyone in the world could listen to this right now. And like I said, yeah.
I was just gonna say, just for anyone who's listening on Spotify, who's not watching on YouTube, you should check it out on YouTube because I have a Final Fantasy VII Christmas themed sweater on.
Yeah, that's true. We're on YouTube as well, Beskarsnake.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, that is, it is pretty cool.
You got the characters. It's great.
And I have Trouble in Terrorist Town of Gary's mod for Yogscast sweater. It's blue.
Yeah. So absolutely, we appreciate you listening on Spotify. Finish this
Both.
episode. You're almost done, but you should definitely go check out our sweaters.
Yeah,
on YouTube
and see our faces. But yeah. Look, and then check out Beskar Snake on Twitter, and that's so hard to get used to now. I'm gonna get there.
Scouter's been saying Smokinace007 for.
See, I was stumbling because I'm not.
2 years now.
Yeah,
3 years, 5 years.
I'm stumbling now, but check him out, and he has great stuff. A really good friend of mine. Listen, thank you for sticking around for. I don't know how long we're doing this now. Forever, it seems like, and look, you're stuck with me forever now. This is your life. This is what you signed up for.
Thanks for having me back this year.
Yeah, next year, I don't know.
Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah,
you might see somebody else sitting in this seat.
Yeah,
next time.
But no, I appreciate everyone listening. It's been really fun. We'll definitely have some cooler things next. Well, we'll always have cool things, but
of course.
Listen, check out Beskarsnake on Twitter, Twitch, and speedrun.com apparently. And I'm excited for next year and what to bring and what games are going to be released. The Stanley Parable is going to be released. Sorry. Finally. And no, it is officially. Rumor has it.
I've heard officially released before.
So there was an update saying, spring 2022. Someone, there's a numbers board, or that has, numbers on it. Yeah, of course. Doggo. And so you get to see a doggo on YouTube. And someone counted how many days, and it was April this day. And that's pretty much, it's crazy. Someone is that crazy. It says April 27th, 2022. So, it says, if on the whiteboard there's 123 tallies, 128 3 days from the game's announcement is April 27th, 2022. So, hopefully April is when.
We'll see.
At least it's on Steam. You can wish it listed today. So I'm excited. Probably sometime in April you're gonna see me live stream the Stanley Parable. I'm gonna immediately buy it and immediately play it as soon as I can, for sure. But yeah, at least for sure next year is gonna be a good game for sure. Yeah, we know it. But I'm excited what's next year to bring. But anyways, thanks you again. Have a happy holidays. Thank you, Smokinace or Beskar Snake, whatever you.
It all works. It
all works. I'm gonna try to get used to Beskarsnake. But yes, thank you. I'll see you next month, and thank you all for listening. Yeah.
Thanks everyone.
Yeah. Bye. Bye. Bye.